Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Math Puzzle Crash Course. We've got a little bit of algebra, some real simple algebra today. We've got two equations, and we want to solve for x and y that satisfy these two equations. 3x minus y equals 7, or 2x plus y equals 8. So one way we could solve this problem would be to add the two equations together. And in this case, it's pretty simple. If we do that, 3x minus y equals 7 plus 2x plus y equals 8, you can see here that 3x and 2x equals 5x, minus y plus y is just 0. So we're going to have 5x plus 0 at the bottom. 7 plus 8 is 15. So doing this leaves us with 5x plus 0 equals 15. And of course, 5x plus 0 equals 15. That's the same thing as saying 5x equals 15. Then you can divide each side of the equation by 5. 5x divided by 5 would just be x. And 15 divided by 5 would equal 3. So, taking our two equations, since we know that x equals 3, we could substitute x equals 3. Let's just do it in the first equation, right? Instead of 3x minus y equals 7, we could have 3 times 3 minus y equals 7. And so that gives us 9 minus y equals 7. Keep in mind this 3 times the 3 in parentheses is an implicit multiplication. That's the same thing as using a multiplication symbol. So 3 times 3 is 9. That's how we get this 9 here. So it's 9 minus y equals 7. And if we solve that, we can um, you can subtract 9 from both sides. You can isolate the y, but you're going to end up with y equals 2 when you simplify this out. Um, so when we solve for x and y this way, we get x equals 3, y equals 2. So that would be our solution to this problem. Now, of course, there's an alternative method for doing this. You can, solve individually. You could solve for x first and then solve for y. Just take, you could take the top equation, the 3x minus y equals 7, isolate x in that top equation, and then substitute what you get in the second equation. So let me just show what I mean by that. So if I take 3x minus y equals 7, I can try to isolate the x here. I can subtract, or actually I can add y to both sides of the equation. And if I do that, 3x minus y, if you add a y, you're just left with 3x on the left. On the right side, it would become 7 plus y. And then x, you could divide both sides of this equation by 3. 3x divided by 3 gives us simply x on the left. 7 plus y divided by 3. I'm putting parentheses around that to show that I'm dividing all of this. I'm dividing 7 plus y quantity by 3. It looks maybe a little more complex, but this gives us an answer for what x is. Now we can take this and then put that value for x in our second equation, which maybe looks a little messy here, but basically everything in red is what we solved for x. So look up here at our second equation, 2x plus y equals 8. Well, if I substitute the x for what's in red here that we solved from our first equation, you're going to get 2 times this quantity of the quantity 7 plus y divided by 3 plus y equals 8. And if you go through this and multiply it out, 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times y is 2y. So you're going to have the quantity 14 plus 2y divided by 3 plus y equals 8. And if you continue to try to simplify this further, you're going to end up with 14 plus 2y. In this case, what I did on this line here, I'm multiplying both sides of the equation by 3. So you can see up here where I have 8, if you multiply 8 by 3, you're going to get 24. If I multiply this left side by 3, that's getting rid of this denominator and making it look a little bit simpler, right? So you're going to get the 14 plus 2y, and we lost this denominator. And then this y gets multiplied by 3, which is where we get the 3y. Leaves us with 14 plus 5y, because we're adding 2y and 3y together. So 14 plus 5y equals 24. So you can further simplify that by subtracting 14 from both sides of the equation. Subtract 14 here, subtract 14 from here. That's going to leave us 24 minus 14 is 10. 14 plus 5y minus 14 gives us just the 5y. So this one here is really easy. 5y equals 10. Y will equal 2. Well, then once again, you can substitute the y equals 2 into one of the equations. We could go back to our first equation here, 3x minus y equals 7. And instead of y, we can come down here and put in our 2, right, that we just solved for. 3x minus 2 equals 7. Let's add 2 to both sides of the equation. Well, doing that gives us just 3x here. 7 plus 2 is 9. So we have 3x equals 9, and then we divide both sides of our equation by 3, and that gives us x equals 3. So once again, we've got the same answer doing it this way. It's a little bit longer. You know, adding those two equations together is a little bit quicker, I think, in this case, but you certainly can solve it this way also. And you get the same answer, x equals 3 and y equals 2. So I'm hoping that was helpful to everyone. I'm going to try to add some more simple algebra problems and then hopefully build from there, kind of gauge the audience a little bit and see where we want to head with this. You know, I'm hoping to do some more algebra, maybe some geometry. Who knows? We maybe even break into some very introductory calculus for some people. Just trying to help people brush up on some of their mathematics skills. So I hope this has been helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.